Okay, it's already time. I think we'll just continue. They will join us on the call. Thank you everyone for your patience. I believe you, after this webinar, you will not remain the same. I believe you have something to go about. First of all, I would like to briefly introduce what is Vet Connect to us, especially for our participants. Welcome to the future of veterinary medicine. Vet Connect is proud to be at our forefront of the digital revolution, transforming the way we care for our beloved pets. One of our missions is simple: to empower pet owners and veterinary professionals with cutting-edge technology, expert knowledge, and compassionate support. Vet Connect is an innovative platform designed to bridge the gap between pet owners, veterinarians, animal health experts. Our comprehensive ecosystems offer virtual consultation and telemedicine services, personalized pet health management and monitoring, expert-led education resource and workshop can be done through our platforms because we have a chat room, community forum for pet owners and professionals, integrated veterinary practice management tools, and things that will benefit us pet owners: access expert veterinary advice from anywhere, anytime around the world, monitor their pet's health in real time, stay informed about the latest advancement in animal care. Veterinarians and veterinary professionals can enhance clients' engagement and communication, streamline practice operation workflow, and stay updated on the latest research and best practice. At VetConnect, we envision a world where pets receive optimum care, every veterinarian have access to cutting-edge resources, and every pet owner is empowered to make informed decisions. Join us in animal care. Experience the future of veterinary medicine today. Explore Vet Connect's features, join our community, and discover how together we can transform animal care. We are on Google Play and Apple Store. So I think this is just little about Vet Connect, what Vet Connect entails in summary. So I think we have a little idea about Vet Connect. Just like today we'll be talking about starting a business, agribusiness with zero capital. And I believe our speaker would use justice that. I hope I'm audible enough, right? Jacob, please can you confirm if I'm audible enough? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you clearly
Oh,
at my end. Thank you very much.
okay, thank you, sir. Welcome to the world of agricultural entrepreneurship. Are you passionate about starting farming, but think of starting an agribusiness require a lefty investment? Think again. Today, we'll explore innovative strategies for launching a thriving agribusiness with zero capital. I believe in Nigeria, our challenges, many aspiring agripreneurs face financial barriers to entry, limited access to funding, high startup costs, and scarce resources can discourage even the most enthusiastic entrepreneur. However, with creativity, resilience, and right mindset, you can overcome these challenges and build a successful agri business from scratch. Our speaker will share practical insight in which all these things, all these barriers can be broken so that we can identify low cost or no cost business models, leveraging community resources and partnership, accessing alternative funding options, developing a scalable and sustainable business plan. And also, at the end, we will all know how to navigate regulatory framework and policy regarding agribusiness. Thank you everyone for joining this call. So I will quickly give us a brief introduction about our speaker. Wow, Hilda BVN3 connecting from Kenya. Thank you very much, Hilda. I think your network is having issue then, but you're welcome to tonight's webinar. So I'll just give a brief citation about our speaker for tonight. Mr. Tamen Kuma is a dedicated agronomist with passion for a sustainable agricultural and innovation. He is a graduate of University of Agriculture, Makurdi, at the verge of defending his master's thesis in seed production and quality control with the same university. Mr. Tamen has over 8 years of experience in agriculture with a focus on climate smart agriculture. Beyond his role as an agronomist, Mr. Tamen Kuma is also an entrepreneur, extrapreneur, and a project manager. He is the founder of New Ways Agro. He has successfully initiated and managed numerous agricultural projects aimed at improving crop yields and promoting environmentally friendly farming techniques. He has a touch with the Lagos Business School through the Enterprise Development Center and a fellow at Serela Entrepreneurship College, Botswana. He is the head of agribusiness innovation at Youth with a Future initiative and a managing manager of Hoop 17 Innovation Space. He is happily married. So we all welcome our speaker. This is a brief citation about our speaker tonight. You're all welcome, and our speaker too, you are very welcome, sir. Thank you very much. The floor is yours, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much, Isaac. There are some of the things you said. I was trying to ask within me if I was the one that gave you the symposium, of everything I was going to say in today's webinar. So, but that was great. So thank you for everything that you have said, and thank you for hosting me. Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on starting an agricultural business with zero capital and exploring strategies for aspiring agripreneurs. So just like Isaac said, my name is Tamen Kuma, and I'm excited to take you through to this important topic. I'll be sharing more of practical strategies on how to start your agricultural business, even if you have little or no financial resources. So we'll not be wasting time on that. We'll delve in. So let me know if my screen is shared. It's a screen shared. Are we all seeing my screen?
Very well, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great, great, great. All right. So I will begin with this slide because we are talking about agriculture. And the definition of agriculture has not and will never change, I guess. We have just two major sides, the cultivation of land, that is the raising of crops, and then that's one side of it, and then the rearing of livestock. And all of this is just to provide food and sustain food security. And a business, just like we all know, is developing a solution that creates value in the marketplace. So when we talk about agribusiness, it's the profitable marriage of the two, which is agriculture and business, which we, as a business person, a smart business person is called an entrepreneur. So the marriage between agribusiness and entrepreneur is agripreneurs.
One young uncle, hello, Matthew Gun, while I was
Can we
saying,
unmute?
Uh,
Can we mute the guy
can
that
you
is
please,
speaking from the
Jacob,
background?
can you please unmute him?
well, but your Mbamba wasn't so that much non attention to.
Okay, I think I've done that. Thank you. Can continue, Mr. Speaker. The floor is yours, Mr. Speaker. I think I've rectified the issue. I don't know. Jacob, can you hear him from your end?
Can we all hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
all right. So awesome. I think I was muted too. So was anybody were we lost at some point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I should go back, right?
Yeah, it should be better. Thank you, sir.
All right, so I've taken us back. I was talking about agriculture and the business of agriculture, and then the marriage of the two is what we call agribusiness and agripreneurship. So more specifically, just like I was saying, an agripreneur, it's that smart person that is turning his or her farm or business farming to business. So I said we have some numbers in front of us, and these numbers are showing us why it is very, very important for us to now delve into entrepreneurship in the agricultural sector. So 600,000 graduates are thrown out there from the universities almost every year. So that's a point where we're signing out and everybody is celebrating. We have taken that to another level now, which they are only trying to control it. You see a lot of captions, some people writing, may the labor market favor me. You will never have an idea that more than 600,000 yearly are being graduated, right? So, and then yearly, we have 2 million entries into the universities. We are talking about Nigeria, and this data is validated by Bureau of Statistics. So it's a very disturbing data for us. And guess what? The federal government has only employed just slightly 770,000 civil servants in the whole of the civil service, work, and that they cannot. As of 2022, it's reported that the federal government has only been able to provide only 750 jobs, So this is the point where you know that Nigeria is operating purely on an informal sector base. So what's the way out? Why are we talking about agripreneurship, agribusiness, and entrepreneurship as a whole? The gap is large, and this is the gap that we have in front of us. So you need 5 million jobs yearly for 10 solid years, So to curb that gap that we have, in between us, the unemployment thing and that is happening in Nigeria. So for solid 10 years, you need 5 million jobs yearly, to curb that gap. So you see that this thing is disturbing, and then we all have to tilt our thinking now to business And then agribusiness is that way out. It's why I said way out, entrepreneurship. And then in entrepreneurship, I have narrowed it to agribusiness because it's arguable that agribusiness and the agricultural sector and the technology sector are competing in terms of the number of jobs that are liable to be created, or all of that. So we all need to have that entrepreneurship mindset. And what that means is all of us need to have that proactive approach to life. So when you see things, some people, when people see things and call it problems, you see that and call it an opportunity for you to now create a business. So before you create a business, there must be that problem you are trying to solve, right? And that is why it is now very important for us to delve into agriculture, not just agriculture, but agribusiness. So what our parents were doing with farming was just purely, that crude agriculture without analytics. Sometimes they will not even have value for what they produce, but for them, they have got done agriculture. So am I audible? Are we getting me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Great. So I said the difference between a conventional farmer and an agricultural entrepreneur is that the agricultural entrepreneur does more of the thinking, right? And less physical work. So you are working smart, so if you wear yourself out physically and mentally, you will accomplish nothing. So learn to enjoy the trip as well as what? The destination too. Why agriculture? Why agriculture? So let's look at why agriculture is a fantastic opportunity globally. The demand for food supply is on the rise. And this is because of the rising population and the need for food. As the population is growing, we're having a shortage of food, and everywhere around the world, they're looking for ways where we can increase production, increase processing of food products, increase supply chain, and, so that it gets to everybody and everyone. So agriculture also provides room for innovations. This is why it is agriculture. And then for all of us that are on this call, I think after today, even if you are not into the sector, you should be thinking of one, because it embraces, it has that capacity to embrace. Can we mute the person that is talking? So agriculture provides that room for innovation, from agri-tech to all of those sustainable models in farming, like organic farming, to supply chains, to processing and all of that. So it's agriculture because it has that capacity to now, take all of this. And beyond the financial aspect, agriculture plays a critical role in social impact. This is why I said it's contributing to food security. So some of us, when we mention social impact, it sounds strange. But if you have an idea into what the sustainable development goals are, all of those goals are trying to now curb social challenges. So agriculture, it's in that center where it is contributing not just to food security, rural development, all of those social impacts is what agriculture is doing. So there is a chance to build wealth in agriculture, but you will also be making a positive impact on the society. These are many of the opportunities and areas where we can actually delve in agriculture. There are much. I couldn't just list all of them, but I've picked a few here which we can look at it. Anyone that aligns with you, you can begin to think of where you can be able to figure out or extract a business idea. Is it from crop production? You want to produce grains? Yeah. Is it grain crops you like? Is it the soybeans? When you see soybeans crop, I tell people that when you want to go into agriculture, look at some of those things that when you look at it, some people naturally love corn. And so when you want to go into agriculture, invest in corn, start producing maize, Is it vegetables? Some of these crops are even very short time bonds. You can do them 4 times a year, like vegetables. There are some vegetables you can produce, 4 times a year. Is it just in the seeds? The seed sector has enormous opportunity, and it's a money-making venture, when you go into seeds, because even the local farmers are beginning to know that I don't need to replant the seeds, all the grains I had from the last planting season. I need to get, certified seeds to now plant. So if you now said, for me, the business I want to go into agriculture is to produce seeds, you are already a millionaire. The livestock sector is one of those sector where there's a lot of opportunity to make money. Is it meat processing? Is it dairy? Is it just the poultry, goat, piggery, cow? You can just identify any of them and the one that aligns with you, and then go into it. And then, of course, we know the high cost of feed, the problem of animal feeds right now. You can just decide to be, because all of these formulas are out there. You can try a little thing, and if it goes well, you look at now scaling. Is in the forestry of aquaculture, horticulture, floriculture, apiculture. All of these are the opportunities you can. Biofertilizers. One of the most simplest thing to do now is for you to, produce organic fertilizer. Or
Jacob, can you hear our speaker? Is it from my own end? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear him too.
Okay, maybe it's a technical issue from his own end. Let's wait. Sir, you can please unmute yourself.
yes, sorry. I'm so sorry. A call came in, and it cut me off. I'm trying to connect back. All right. We can all see my screen now.
Yes, sir, we can see your
Yes.
screen.
Awesome. So I was talking about all of those areas and opportunities where we can venture into agriculture. See, the processing side of agriculture, each of these grains can now be turned into, a different product. And as you add value, you are adding your profit. So it's why the garri you have, if you are able to buy 200 naira tubers of cassava, and you process that cassava you are called profit. So you can decide to go into the agricultural technologies, the storage, the irrigation. There are so many areas and opportunities, we can venture into. The retail marketing of agricultural products, a soil testing lab for some of us that are experts and professionals. And then the herbal-based crop production, where some of the herbs we do use, even for medicine, are going extinct. So for you, you can decide to now say, I'm producing some of, for me, I'm just solely cultivating herbal crops. And believe you me, you'll be making a lot of money. Is it the folder farm establishment? Now that the federal government has implemented and created the Ministry of Livestock, this is another place where you can channel your energy into folder farm, because with a short time you'll be hearing things like ranches all around the globe, all around the nation. And then if you can be able to get these folders and cultivate, they will tap from you, they will buy from you, and you'll be one of those leads, cheerleaders when it comes to folder farm establishment, So there are common myths in agricultural business. So when they talk about agriculture, especially now, everybody will just want to believe that it is very, very, very expensive. But I wouldn't want to lie. Yes, it is very expensive. Agriculture, no sector of agriculture now, whether it's the production, whether it's the processing, whether it's the supply chain, both in the crop and livestock sector, it's very, very expensive. But there are some of those angles where we can actually enter. So many successful businesses in agriculture have started small. Some have even started with zero minimum capital. And there are stories of those kind of entrepreneurs around who began by just using their backyards for vegetable farming. I watched some of those stories even in Nigeria. I just started my farm in a 50 by 100 plot, and now they are cultivating in hectares, And the key is just resourcefulness and the willingness to start on that small scale. So I'll be giving some of the strategies, I'll be picking a little of those strategies which we can actually venture or coming into agribusiness with little or zero capital. And my strategy one is you starting small and scaling gradually. So choose a niche that doesn't require much upfront investment. For example, vegetable farming. I don't know, there are a lot of teachings and lectures and trainings on mushroom cultivations now. It requires little of your capital. And if you can be able to, I'm coming to that point where I will list where we can leverage some of the points where we can get little of this capital to start some of these businesses. In Makurdi, in Benue State, I can just count 3 farms in the whole of Benue State that are trying mushroom. And before you start, you will not know that people are actually in need of some of these things. So you just need to carve that niche, look at the market, and start. Even fish farming, you can be able to start your farm, in just a rubber bucket, just that small, before you expand, and then utilize whatever space you have or you have access to. Even if it is just your backyard or your a community plot, group crops that are in demand, locally, like leafy greens, like I've said, which have shorter growth cycles and then I know that they provide the quicker returns. I said earlier that there are some vegetables that you can plant them even 4 to 5 times in 1 year. So once you start generating income, you can reinvest it to scale your operations. My strategy 2 is leveraging knowledge and skills. Leveraging knowledge and skills. You don't need money to learn agricultural techniques. You want to venture into agriculture, there are countless free online courses, the YouTube tutorials, local extension services that offer knowledge for free. Collaborate with other people so that you can be able to have that advantage, for some of those things that you don't know how to do. When you collaborate, you learn. For instance, you can partner with someone who has, land, but lacks that time or expertise to work. You bring your knowledge, and this is actually for some of us that are experts or professionals in the agric sector, and every day we say we don't have jobs. You have the expertise. Locate some of these people that have the land, that are struggling to do agriculture. Now say, I have the expertise, I can help you farm this land, right? I will bring totally free, right? Value. So strategies will now allow you to overcome that capital constraint by focusing on the skills and resource you already have. My strategy 2 is bootstrapping. It's an effective strategy. If you don't have money, consider trading your skills, just like I said in the last strategy. For example, you can offer your labor, to a farmer during harvest in exchange for, or maybe say, access to a small land. You have a community, you need to get a land. I know that land is a little bit scarce now. So, and then the use of equipment. Some of us know how to use some of this equipment. And then you even have access to the equipment. Turn it into a business. Turn it into agricultural business. If you really want to farm, you can explore or employ this equipment on somebody's farm while you get a particular side of the land to farm. You are getting value, right? So it's all about creating a win-win situation that allows you to build without large capitals. And my strategy 4 is accessing government or NGO support. There are a lot of grants and loans hanging around. You just need to pick your strategy right. Carve your businesses in a way that they are sellable. NGOs fund projects related to sustainable agriculture, youth, agribusinesses, rural development. The key is just for you to write a strong proposal and business plans. So you have to now show clearly how this project will impact the community, and lead you off, even while you are making profit in it. As far as you are curbing food security, they are interested, and a lot of them are hanging around. You just need to identify, and it's why I said collaborate, seek for mentorship. There are some of the things you don't understand. There are things, the sectors you want to go in, you don't know how to ask questions. It's that easy. My strategy 5 is crowdfunding. You don't underestimate the power of crowdsourcing and community support. But again, you need to have that integrity. Some of us, everywhere we go, it seems we are like fraudsters. We dupe people. So you don't have that integrity where someone will look at you and say, when you need funds, I can be able to support this guy. So many successful agripreneurs started by securing pre-orders from local vendors or neighbors. You could sell the idea to your farm, of your farm to local restaurants. They can be able to support. You have all of those marketers. And this, it's either in the crop side, whether you are in the crop production or the livestock sector. You have this idea or you have started producing and you lack some of the capital. You know that after your production, for example, you are doing poultry, identify a restaurant that you know that can offtake. The person might be able, when you sell out this, okay, your birds are 2 weeks old, you don't have money to buy feed, sell out to a restaurant. If you're in Makodi, try approaching the foodie because they'll be needing chicken. How about Chicken Republic? You know, they can be able to now put funds into your farm, and at the end of the day, you calculate your own profit. The person offtake, you get your minimal profit, and then you walk away. It's that easily. And then alternatively, you could also use crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter or GoFundMe to raise money for your business. Always try to present your plan and what you offer in return. Many people are just willing to support local farmers. You are just the one lying there. You know, people are there when they see that you are there to give value. And my strategy 6, I call it lean operations and reinvestment. Starting with lean operations means minimizing your cost and using your resources wisely. For example, instead of you now buying a combined harvester for your rice farm, why not try renting it when you know that your neighbor has? Instead of buying a ploughing machine, you know, why not try renting it instead, or using manual labor? So it's a kind of a lean startup strategy. You can also use recycled materials to, you know, build structures like your greenhouse, your chicken houses, instead of now putting a lot of money inside. So as you generate revenue afterwards, you reinvest those profits back into your business. So this means that you are upgrading your farming techniques as, you know, profit comes in. The goal is just to keep your cost low until your business becomes profitable, until you afford all of those things that you can do minimal investment. My strategy 7 is networking and building partnership. So building strong networks and partnership is essential. Some of the information you get when you are in the agri sector, you cannot get them without being in some networks. I wouldn't have known that there are palliatives going on. You know, the government currently, federal government gave palliative. They are giving them to a household and farmers. You know, but there are some of those organizations that I am part of that they come out to say, oh, government is doing this, and our association has bidded for so bags, number of bags. So last 2 days, I collected rice and corn, you know, courtesy of these cooperatives that you join. So whether you are into the agri sector or the agribusiness, or you want to venture into, locate some of these cooperatives. Don't work alone. Collaborate. Build strong networks and partnership. So often this network provides not only support but also opportunities for collaborations. In your farms, there's something you are lacking, the other person has, you know, you can collaborate, and that will reduce the financial burden on you, you know. My strategy 8, I call it digital tools for success. Digital tools for success. Remember that we're talking on strategies that you can actually venture into agribusiness with zero capital or little capital. So In today's world, digital tools are a must. And if you leverage your social media, especially for to promote your products and connect directly with consumers, that's the marketing side. A lot of people are using e-commerce now to trade their business. You know, you cannot do away with the digital sector and the use of technology in today's marketing and business world. So the internet is filled with all of those opportunities you can take advantage of. Okay, so I'm trying to be brief so that I will not drag the webinar too long. So I'll be giving some of the little examples which we can actually venture into with zero capital. I earlier spoke about urban and backyard gardening. So currently in my house, I have a small, I think it's just 4 short ridges where I've planted my tomatoes, and then I'm trying to make some cucumbers. You know, I've harvested some. I'm still trying to. That was just for my personal use. You can start some of these things and still sell commercial. You know, leafy vegetables, if you do them in say 10 by 10 meters, you will not be able to consume it just by yourself. So that small space you have, when you begin to see the small money that is coming in, you'll be encouraged. You'll be very, very much encouraged to now do more. Organic composting. I said earlier that there are a lot of things that we term it waste that are not waste now. Here is that opportunity for me to now say that my organization, Hub 17 Innovation Space, by next month will be organizing a training for organic fertilizer production. So for some of you that are on the call that want to join, locate Hub 17 Innovation Space on your social media and keep tight to them, because all of those informations will be going live. And we want to teach you people how to turn all of those organic composting into manure, into fertilizer. And you can do this even on a commercial scale. Turn it into a business and sell. It's very easy. You will come, when you come, you see that some of these things we are saying are actually true. We know about honey. Honey is sellable. And then the beekeeping business is what people are not venturing into, but it's doable. You can start that in a very small space. Go to YouTube, check how these things are done, and then look for support. Even if I know that there's this bee farm in Agric, and then there's one at welfare quarters. Go and collaborate. Seek for advice. They will teach you. It's a high value product. And then I'm trying to agri-tourism. I'm also considering doing this as a business in Macaulay, right? Under Hub 17 Innovation Space. So you can also do it. I'm selling this thing so free to all of you. So you can be able to partner with local farmers or people that are exposed. You know what tourism means? Create maybe a Saturday or a Sunday. For you, you can be able to be making it every 2 weeks or every month. So people now register to you to be able to get or locate industrial farms that are looking good, that are productive, and you can actually now be able to visit some of these farms with the people that have registered, and then the people on site will take them around the farm, and then it's irritating. So these ideas can all be started with minimal resources, but they have that potential for significant growth. Of course, there will be challenges. But there are those, every challenge has a solution, right? So if you lack resources, you use what is available. Start small and make do with what you have. If you don't have access to large land, explore urban farming or container gardens. And then to overcome market access challenges, build relationship with local vendors where you can actually sell directly to them or through farmers markets or social media. So all of these obstacles has their solutions. There are a lot of obstacles but there are still all of those solutions. And with persistence and creativity, you can be able to overcome. I'll just be picking on this because time is fast going. These are the few things that are required when you want to venture into agribusiness, and especially when you want to start slow and with zero capital. First, you need to have your business plan intact. There are different kind of business plans, the startup, the scaling, yeah, the working business plans. But if you are a startup, plan a startup business plan. Yeah, if you are already in the business, you want to scale, there's still that scaling business plan, because from there you are shifting some of those things, yeah, and then you are adding some of those things. You need a business plan. I guess all of us know the definition of business plan is that framework where it's a roadmap. When you look at it, you know your destination, you know where you are starting, you know where you are going. And these are some of the contents. It has the purpose, the content, the best, the SWOT analysis. And then there are some legal phases in some of this agribusiness. So for some of us that want to go into processing, or there are some of those registrations or approvals that would be required of us for us to scale. And of course, you need to have that marketing skills. Know about your market, your target market, explore digital marketing for your products, and have a very good customer service. Have knowledge of human resource management and basic accounting. It's very, very important. So my final thoughts would be that agriculture has a lot of potentials that are yet untapped. And then now is that time to start and brainstorm. Brainstorm on what you want to do, carve your niche, and then hit the plan that you want to venture as far as agriculture is concerned. So to wrap up, we have covered the key strategies for starting an agricultural business with zero capital. So start small and scale gradually. Leverage your skills and partnership, bootstrap through yourself and then your neighbors, however you can do that. Use technology and power of your community to scale. Remember that you don't need to wait for that perfect conditions to start. So take that first step with the resources that you have, and you'll be surprised at what you can actually achieve. So I will now be taking questions from here. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you very much, dear speaker. I believe we have learned a lot from what he shared with us. So it is now time for question and answer. If you have question, kindly unmute yourself so that our speaker will do justice to it. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
David.
evening, everyone. Yeah. My question is, first, how can we get this? What's it called? The PDF of what he just told us. Can we, so that on our personal this thing we can still go back to them? Can we have a copy of what he just shared with us?
Okay, thank you very much. And David, I think that will not be a problem. Our speaker, I believe you heard from him. So he's asking about the slide presentation. If it is possible after the webinar to be shared with the community.
Yes, of course. If you are on the Vet Connect community, after here, the PDF of the presentation will be shared on the community, so you can download from there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So anyone with question?